Bruce Nauman was born December 6, 1941. His practice spans a broad range of media, including sculpture, photography, neon lights, video, drawing, printmaking, and performances. Bruce Nauman currently lives near Castillo, New Mexico. After graduating from art school at the age of 24, Nauman took up residence in a vacant grocery store in San Francisco. Alone in the studio with time on his hands, he resolved that anything he did there could be considered art. He often recorded his efforts on camera, as in the composite photo of two messes on the studio floor in 1967, which shows the plaster dust and debris that litters his workspace, the mess of a creative art. Since the 1960s, Bruce Nauman has been creating work that examines the contradictions inherent in human communication. 10 Heads Circle Up and Down features 10 wax casts of 3 different heads. The casts are rough and the fabrication is crude. Globs of wax are visible, especially at the nostrils. The seams are intact where the 2 halves of the mold meet, and loosely tied wire is coming out of the necks of the inverted heads. The sculpture 3 Heads Fountain by Bruce Nauman, midway between poetry and morbidity, can make its viewer feel uncomfortable. 3 identical scar-covered male heads are fed water through a tube and pierced to create thin jets of water, and they are hung by their neck. 3 Large Animals is one of a series of works Nauman has made using ready-made taxidermic molds, which are normally used in modeling stuffed animals. In this work, Bruce has created hybrid creatures of impossible anatomical structure using the distinct sections of the 2 animals, wolf and a deer. Although they are cast in aluminum with a roughly scratched surface referring to the texture of fur, their bodies have a raw, flayed skin look. Here is a short video of Bruce in his studio with some of the pieces he's made over the years.
You're just going to go and do something every day. Sometimes you have to do that. You just have to make work for yourself. I tried to put some different stuff together, so I ended up with this stuff that's lying around here. Andrew head on the bottom and a Juliet head on top. All thumbs. I had a lot of thumbs left over, so I put them together. These are taxidermy forms. And this one made out of styrofoam or urethane foam, I guess. Yeah, this is where most of the animal figures came from, this taxidermy supply company. These come in all kinds of poses, and then you can saw them up and glue them together in different ways and make different poses. Those are all head mounts. White-tailed deer in an amazing number of positions, some of which I've never seen a deer in. The fish I find the oddest because they look more like fish fillets than fish. I've said this thing that I always thought was a quote from Roy Lichtenstein when he started the comic book paintings, and he said there wasn't anything else to do, and I had to do something. And I feel that sometimes. I'm an artist. I want to be in the studio. I want to be doing something. You just get desperate, and so you just do whatever's at hand. And you don't even worry about whether it's going to be interesting or not interesting to anybody else, or even yourself. You just have to make something. I suspect I got that quote from Roy Lichtenstein completely wrong. It was just a creative misquote. But it's really useful, so it's great. Don't worry about it. I think they went together this way, actually. I can't remember. I'd have to go out and look at the fountain to remember how they went together.
I am really glad that I randomly chose Bruce Nauman for my project. His work is something that I tried to emulate without even knowing it. As I look through his work, I sit here in disbelief that I was fortunate enough to have him for my artist presentation project. The work that he does is exactly the type of work that I enjoy doing, and I cannot wait to follow him and see the work that he does in the future.